The things you do to me. Things you do. It drives me crazy. Feels like a movie. Can this be love? Say if you feel me. You sexy lady. The way things do to me. Can this be love? Yeah. Oh. Can this be love? Yeah.
Welcome to another edition of Single on a Saturday Night. Believe me, it is a fun day because I'm just surrounded by the people I love, and really, I think I've known everybody here for a very long time. Anyway, Single on a Saturday Night is not just for single people. It's for everyone, and single, as we define it, is anyone who is not married. So those people who are scared to come on Single on a Saturday Night because they have a boo, it's not about that. If you are not married, guess what? On your tax return, it says single, not in a relationship, not got a boo. You are single. Sorry, boo-boo. Anyway, I am Shelly Williams, single on a Saturday night, single, never been married, no children, and I am enjoying life. And I'm going to pass it down to the end over there, because she thinks she's on the end all the time. Go on.
My name is Michelle Renee, Miss Sexy All Day. I am single, no children, never been married. And I am just living, laughing, praying, and living my life as well as Shelly.
All right, now pass the mic.
Yes, sir, Roberto Lopez, and I am your Puerto Rican persuasion. And I'm here enjoying all my company because I love these women.
Oh, he love us.
Wait a minute, you was in a relationship last time I saw you. What happened?
And I'm still am.
Oh, well, I missed that part. I didn't know. I didn't hear you.
What part?
I didn't hear you. I didn't, because first it sounded like you said something in Spanish, and I was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, huh?
But wait, first of all, ain't nobody asked me no question.
Oh,
So
the question is always relevant and prevalent. Always.
Are you single?
You know how this goes. Don't act like this your first time doing the intro.
Oh, excuse me. I know how to introduce myself. And
I said doing the intro here.
Doing the intro here.
You know the rules.
I am Roberto Lopez, and I am in a relationship.
See, we always had to be proud because we didn't think he was ever going to be able to do it. We was a little bit worried.
Yes,
we was a little bit worried.
Okay, we're gonna go here. We have guests today.
Good afternoon. My name is Donovan West. I'm single father, and I'm happy to be here.
He said he was single. Ooh. Good.
Hi, my name is Rick Watson. I'm a playwright from Philadelphia, and I'm single, and I'm happy to be here with my girl Shelly Shell on this panel.
All right, go ahead.
Well, I'm Danielle Patterson. I'm so used to saying it. I am in a relationship. It was coming right out. But yeah, I don't know. I guess it's kind of like, the good book they said, deny me in front of. So I'm finally going to confess up. I'm in a relationship. It's going really well. Still no kids, but he's trying to convince me that I need to accept the ring.
Now, if you've been watching since day one, this is the one I won't do nothing.
That's right.
Ain't
I
trying
am
to be in a
Danielle. I
relationship.
never said I do because I don't Patterson.
Yes. So being in a relationship is a great thing. A lot of people think we are people who are single and can't find a man or a woman, but we actually are very dateable and
my
very
heart is
lovable.
beating all fast. Y'all just don't know how much that was for me to come out and say that in public. Because Donovan West over here, that's my Facebook crush. But that's okay, because I'm done with that now.
And I'm your ex-husband.
You know what?
Yeah, this is my ex-boyfriend.
In a perfect world, I would have saw you and Donovan together, because in my head I was thinking, ooh, I like that. However, yeah, she's in a relationship. But
Did you see how they do? Donovan, what did you say about all that? See how they do?
Yeah, they're going for that shock value TV. It's okay. I stay unscathed. I didn't even blink, but thank you.
I can see that together, though, Donovan and Danielle, but Danielle's in a relationship. But Donovan West, man, I've known you for a lot of years. And the topic today is, honestly, a part of it comes from Donovan and Rick Watson. I talked to them, and I wonder, why are these good-looking men are single? Like, for real, what is the problem? But they both say, I'm married to my career. So I always thought Danielle was going to be that kind of person, married to a career and wouldn't, want to settle down. However,
But I've been settled down, kind of.
but I always...
Well, no, I'm going to tell you. So, like, actually saying this worse than changing your Facebook status because this in YouTube in perpetuity and people can rewind it, you know. So, I mean, and it came out my mouth. It ain't even just like, you know, because, you know, I have changed my Facebook status because I had a stalker once. So I put engaged, you know, like, so you can stop inboxing me. But I'm kind of stuck with this one. I bought this one.
Oh, wow. Then that's deep. Actually got a teardrop in my eye.
Can I say something? Rick Ronson,
Rick
I know for a fact is dedicated to his career. We used to work together. He used to help me with these children. I had a dance group, Two At the Handle in South Philly.
Oh, yeah. That's
We
the
did
issue.
Education is the Key tour.
Yeah, you did my tour when I was going to the schools and all.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and yeah, we did
I
Education is the Key
remember.
tour. So he had me going and speaking to the kids, me and a few other celebrities,
Yeah.
and it was just nice. I didn't know you were still dedicated that way.
Yeah, actually I am. That's probably why.
I'm not even shocked.
That's probably why I'm single.
That is, and he's a good guy. He's a
Thank
good
you.
guy.
But that's why we want to talk about what it is. I mean, are y'all just scared to get into a relationship? You just scared to settle down? I mean, for real, y'all should be married.
Well, for
What's
me,
wrong?
to be honest, this is the situation for me. I feel as though that I date at times, but I feel as though that if I'm gonna be in a relationship, it's unfair right now because I can't give the woman everything, and I think every woman deserves, your all when you get into it. So if I feel like right now I can't give you everything that you need, then I think it would be unfair.
How do you know what I need? Maybe I just need somebody who's
because-
focused. You don't know what I need.
Well, the reason
I
I'm
mean, I'm
saying
just
it,
saying.
well, the reason I'm saying it is because I've been in relationships, and if the woman's not in the career that I'm into, they always in the beginning say, "I know I can handle it. It's okay, Rick." No, trust me, I can believe it. After about 6 months, things get kind of good. Couple things get good, and more emotions get involved. They just get into that, and I don't like to argue. So that's
No,
not in
you're
my
such
nature.
a calm, cool
I don't want
person.
to argue. So they always
Didn't
get
you
into
argue
the
with
ask
me
questions.
before?
Only when you owed me money back that you didn't give me. But
Okay.
after that, I let it go.
Okay.
So
Well, you know
now,
what?
Okay, I
At
owe
least
you
speak about
30
his money.
bucks.
At least he speak up
about my money.
That's what's up.
My money, Shelly.
All right, so wait a minute. I've had a lot of jobs,
What do you mean? I mean,
different jobs.
we
Okay,
all
so
had a
we're
lot of
waiting
jobs.
for the rest of that. I had a lot of
So what-
jobs.
had a
Like,
lot of
you
jobs.
wanted to know you was
Jobs, wait a
employed.
minute. Jobs and women go together, so if you got a career, that means
That means you should have a woman.
A dude told me once, he was like, look, he said, you ain't got no money, you ain't getting no honey. But, so there you go. So you need a job to get the woman, but then the
Finance.
job gets in the way of the money.
Well, I actually would love to be in a relationship. It's just that, realistically, I've been through a couple relationships, and everybody I've ever dated still love me to death. We're great friends. But what it is that it always gets to a point that they say, I thought I could handle it. Because I like being busy all the time. Now, they can come with me, they can come over every night, whatever
I've
they
never
want to do.
seen you
But
out in
after a
public
while-
with another woman.
Never?
Never. Never seen you at any event, and I've
Well,
been
that's
to
because
that's
when I
smart.
go, I'm going for business. I'm not
That's
going
smart.
for. And
That's
then when
just
I go
smart.
with somebody, they'll be worrying about saying, "Why you gotta be talking to her all the time?
Exactly.
Why
That's
you
why
doing
that's
this?"
smart.
So what I do is I don't want to be rude and say, "Well, you could go sit in the car, take the keys, or something like that." So
Well, why don't you find one of those women who is just as busy as you are?
What
Like,
you-
example, I'm going to tell you the honest to goodness truth.
Uh-huh.
Shelly and I talk about this all the time.
Okay.
Because we're out like that. And people have said the same thing to me. They think that I'm never dating because I never bring a man anywhere. One, you never take sand to the beach because there's always a networking opportunity. But number two, I don't bring them because I don't want to babysit. I don't want to worry about you and what you need and who you looking at and you mad because I'm talking to him.
Right.
So I kind of leave him at home.
Well, you gotta think about this. When, say for instance, I'm out and I see Shelly and you now, like, we're there for business. So it never gets to the point that really I'm gonna say, okay, you know what, Shelly busy. Let me slide on over there and try to get numbers because we there for the business aspect of it. So sometimes it just don't happen. I'm pretty sure one day I'm gonna get somebody that love me.
But you know,
Somebody.
somebody
Somebody.
will. But
I'm gonna write a song about it.
I've never seen you with a woman, but in my mind, I guess we all paint a picture of somebody. I always thought that you had somebody and you were married at home. That's why I asked you, are you married? Because in my head, all these years, I thought you were married.
I know. When you asked me that question, I said, Shelly never knew that I would. Well, okay,
I did.
now
I
knew.
thought you, in my head, honestly, it was just all head. It said, he.
She came back, and that was a
It's
text
all
way after the
head.
other text. Rick, are you married? I was like,
I don't know. I think I was scared to ask you all these years. I don't know why. I just don't. Because you don't
I ain't
ask.
gonna be scared to ask somebody they married.
Because you don't, in business, like, because I'm about my money.
No, I know, but I thought you were. I'm talking about in this situation when you were inviting him to be a guest.
Well, because I was inviting him to be a guest on the premise of he's got this great play out and,
Okay.
and he's doing great things. And I just was thinking, I don't know, maybe he wants to, maybe he'll talk about it, because we're talking about, play John Whitehead, he's married, it's my husband, like, I'm figuring you playing a part, so that's why. So when I asked him, after the fact, really was like, are you married? I was, in business, I don't really ask those things. But I realized we crossing over the single on Saturday night land. So I'm about to ask you everything. But anyway,
Everything.
And then we're gonna ask Donovan
Everything.
West, everything about your life. This is how you get personal, get to know each other. But I think you was about to say something, Roberto Lopez.
I just got y'all back. Don't worry about it, fellas. Got your back.
Thank you.
What?
I got their back.
To do what?
To support him and say, don't tell him, you don't gotta answer that.
Oh, you trying to be the other man on the panel.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
Next. Listen,
Does anybody sense the heat and tension between
my
these
thing
two?
is,
Is anybody sensing this?
I sensing this. It's a good
You sense-
chemistry.
right.
That's another show, the polyamorous relationship.
Oh, no, we're not talking about polyamorous. But when I think about being married to your career, I always thought I was married to my career. But your career, bound down the line, you get lonely. And I'm sorry, that's not going to cut it. I don't understand the difference between man and woman. But as a woman, I'm married to my career, doesn't cut it anymore. I want a man.
That's true.
I'm
That's true.
sorry.
I get
never
lonely
said I was married
sometimes.
to my career. I just said that was my priority and my focus. And that when somebody came along, they would understand my priority and my focus. As a matter of fact, this is one of the conversations that we had recently. Again, I've been down, and I just learned this man thinks that I can't cook.
Well, we're going to go to a break right now. This is Single on a Saturday Night. When we come back, we're going to hear about Danielle is the best cook ever. Anyway, that's just me. Like, I'm really like her macaroni and cheese. I could taste it right now. But anyway, Single on a Saturday Night. We'd like to thank everybody who helped us put the show together. We're talking about Austin Fine Photography, Lanice Austin, and Dr. Shock. That's right, it is Dr. Shock and Lanice Austin, his wife. They work together, a husband and wife team. That's right, husband and wife working together side by side. I just have to big them up because that's a good thing.
That's a good relationship.
That's a good relationship because I can't see working next to somebody all the time. I'm just saying. Are they still here? They're not even still here. DJ Romy Rome on the radio, 88.1 every single Tuesday, 9 o'clock. It's the mixtape show. And of course, ADDesignGroup.com, hanging with the bling. Blingage, you see me?
Oh, I see you.
So look between the bling.
I don't know, because see, I feel like Issues got it together myself. I don't know, I do. But you know what? We also had to give it out to Ideally Productions, because you know what? We got them behind the camera today, doing the thing.
Woo! There you go.
JC.
Welcome back. It's Single on a Saturday Night. Single on a Saturday, I believe we have a lot of fun. We're really, really crazy sometimes. And I hope everybody is enjoying themselves. But we were talking about Danielle and cooking. And macaroni and cheese.
Well,
Can
no,
I
that's
ask-
just
when
because,
you gonna cook
no,
some?
that's just
Oh,
because you just are obsessed with me cooking you some macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, I
But
am.
I was actually
Totally.
saying that at a point, things started changing your life. And then I said that I was going to find that man that was going to fit in. So, I'm seeing this man, and we've been seeing each other for, a while now. We had passed the 6-month mark, and he doesn't know I can cook. And I didn't realize this until, seriously, he has no idea I can cook. And because we were still at the stage, before I injured myself, we were still at the going out all the time stage. Right. And then I injured myself, and now we at the in the house with my foot up stage. So, and I've been in a wheelchair and then on crutches, so he has no concept. And so everybody's like, yeah, because when she, and he's like, no. I said, well, how you think? Because he all about kids and getting married. And I was like, well, who you think gonna feed these kids? He said, well, I figured that I was just gonna handle all that and you was gonna be out doing your diva thing. And I was like, oh, this really is working out for me.
Oh, that's sweet.
Finally, I found the one that understood that I was gonna be out doing whatever. I said, oh, this is great. Because, I always said, I wanted a man like my daddy. I always said that.
Yes,
Because,
you
I
did.
told y'all, Betty Dowdy ain't know nothing about raising no babies. And when I was born, my father said, now you gave my baby, now you can get to stepping. And I'm going to tell you that our mother was right there. She don't know how to cook, clean, wash, or iron, and did not learn how to turn on the washing machine until my daddy died. And I'm headed right on that way. So you might never get no macaroni and cheese, baby.
Well, I'm only talking about this
I was gonna say
macaroni
he's
and
gonna
cheese.
really fall in love then.
Because wait a minute, Grandma, I always thought Grandma made the best macaroni and cheese, but I'm not kidding you. If you like macaroni and cheese, I promise you, out of everything in the world, her macaroni and cheese is better than anybody's in this world, hands down. I promise you
Well,
that.
it must be because I got head nods even for Roberto. He's
Every-
like, yeah, I'm with food.
I
I'm with
can't.
food.
But me as a woman, I'm not trying to
No,
cook,
but that's
clean,
okay,
or
no.
anything.
The
I don't
thing
want
is,
to do
though,
any of that either.
I actually enjoy the domestic side, so I do. I enjoy it. Y'all know I love the kitchen. So I'll get back in the kitchen. But and actually, as I've been laid up, I've been collecting cookbooks. Who does that?
Right.
Guess what? I
Make
don't
that
do
chicken
that.
for him.
I don't do that. So let's
I
talk
taste the
about
chicken.
Donovan West. He is. I want to say I know your career, but I really kind of really don't. I know you do marketing, and he's the whiz in marketing, but he does so much more than just marketing. But he's married to this career too, and I don't understand. So Donovan, tell us about you and being married to this career.
Married to the career. No, the only thing that I'm committed 110% to is being a father. That's number one.
Of course.
My career, of course, is a necessity. It's something that I do, but I also make sure that it's tied in directly to my passion, which is to help people to be a person that develops individuals as well as ensure that they are evolving as individuals. So, I started my marketing company, Multimedia MD, was about 11, 12 years ago. And in a nutshell, we pamper your business, which stands for promote, advertise, market, PR, event plan, and reinvent your business. Also, I've been in social service as a director for 15, 16 years. So, of course, I'm running around town and doing different things to ensure that I remain relevant.
And
But
that you are.
being married to your career it is a commitment, and it's one that I never make apologies for. Ultimately, when you're transitioning out of a relationship, one thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you do a diagnostic, if you will. You check yourself, you reflect, you make some adjustments, and then you start to communicate more effectively in terms of what the next steps are to all that matter. Everyone from, whether it is the mother of your child, your wife, your ex-wife or ex-husband, your child or children. And then you continue, living in a way that is more transparent. One of the things that I failed to mention just now in terms of one of my other jobs, or passions rather, is that I partner with Sophia Avery, and we do team coaching of relationships. And we've been doing that now for about 4 years. As a matter of fact, we're right up the block on Ballard Avenue. So, through that, I'm also able to assist others through that process. And it is a very detailed process. I mean, what you're talking about is healing first. You're also talking about reflecting and learning from that past experience. You're also talking about levels of communication with your child or children to let them know where you are. And the first thing that I did coming out of that relationship is check on my daughter and see where she's at emotionally and spiritually. That's the first thing. Awesome. Then I make sure I follow up with the mother of a child and talk about where we are. And also the rules around dating and transit, all that stuff. Be very detailed. Of course, my job is a necessity, but it's also a passion. So, I have no problem doing those 12-hour days, 14-hour days. You know, Michelle, 16-hour days. I go hard, but the reason why I'm going is because I'm affecting change. And I see it all the time as I interact with individuals all the time. So it's part of the brand, as you know. As I walk around and I deal with people and individuals know me, whether they know specifically what I do, they know I help. So I'm happily single. I'm very clear in terms of how I communicate, what my expectations are, and also, more importantly, what you should expect from me. So as I interact and as I date and have fun and all that other good stuff, it's very clear also where my priorities are.
You're so clear and you've laid this all out, and it's kind of like, yeah, I hear you, and then I don't. I came across that quite a bit.
What do you mean?
Meaning that everybody, you start out and you had these great conversations, there's this communication, and what you learned was that people heard you, but they didn't listen. I mean, they didn't take that information and process it so they could function
Absolutely.
with you.
Well, what you do is through
experience.
experience. What you do is through experience, you're able to see whether or not someone demonstrates their ability to actually receive what they said, what you said. And you have to do that often. So there's a couple of ways you can do that. One, by way of looking at how they respond to you in terms of their actions, their deeds, overall communication. The second, of course, is to have some very clear conversation about revisiting where you are and listen. See, the number one reason why those things fall apart is inability to actually listen. Most times we pause politely to wait for the other person to stop talking, then we talk. That's a problem. That's what you call ambush listening. I'll wait. Meanwhile, I know what I need to say. And so what I need to say is not reflective of what you just now said. It doesn't acknowledge what you've actually shared, and that becomes the beginning of the end. So at some point early, you want to go ahead and check. Make sure that, I'm testing for clarity. I'm testing to make sure that you receive me correctly and to see if I need to modify the way that I communicated with you. So if I talk to you and then I test for clarity or test to make sure that you receive me correctly, I'm also going to make sure that if I know that you're not receiving what I said, then I need to now serve it up a different kind of way.
Wait a minute. You heard him. But did you receive what he just said?
I received what you just
Okay.
said. You
No, she didn't.
Wait,
She
wait,
didn't.
wait. I received what you just said. I heard that stuff a whole lot of times. But there's the thing: a woman can't be married to her career because by the time she realizes, and I don't tell my age, and I'm still not ever. But when you get to a point, you figure at this particular point, not that I'm not old, I can still have kids, but I realize I don't want to do it now. It's like I've been married to my career now. I don't want to do that whole thing. You can wait because you're men, and you can wait till you're 65 and still have a kid with somebody younger, of course. But anyway, you can wait till you're 65 and still have a kid. And I think it's not fair. Why can't people grow together? We all be career-minded and grow together. You leaving Tee's two good men out here, and we
But the
got
problem-
good women.
the problem is right off the bat.
Their cultural shift.
But you're
'Cause that's what I
talking
think.
about being married to your career, and the problem is the notion that marriage is all that it can be. So from the gate, you're already starting off with a notion that's a bit flawed. If you're married to your career, so you're only talking about a level of priority, right? A priority in terms of your development, a priority in terms of ensuring that there's going to be a certain quality of life and that you have a certain kind of work ethic. It does not mean that you can't apply that same kind of quality of communication, dedication to whatever your passion is or the goal that you set, and then also shift that so that you have the same kind of quality in terms of your relationship. There's no reason you can't do that. Now, in terms of priority, also, you want to talk about how you manage your time, right? So what does that actually look like? That's the kind of conversation you want to have in terms of, I know work isn't a priority, so now that I am dating someone and now that I have found someone that is actually, relevant in terms of really spending more time, investing more time, what adjustments do I need to now make to my schedule?
I don't
Well,
know, but
let's
we
talk
want to
about
adjust the
that,
schedule and
applying
work in.
some priorities. When we apply this priority, are coming right back.
Welcome back to Single on a Saturday night at our new location, which is TGI Fridays, 4000 City Ave, and I love it here. How about you?
I'm really enjoying it. You know what? The best part is the alcohol. Afterwards, y'all got to come down and have a drink with us, because you know what? If you think that we're entertaining sober, just wait until you get us with a couple of drinks.
I actually like the food, the chicken wings, you know what I mean? Nothing like a good old chicken wing. I love them. Come on down. Every fourth Saturday, we are here, and everyone is invited. We just love people. We love to talk to people, and I sure hope you love us enough to come on down on fourth Saturdays right here at TGI Friday City Ave. All right, we're talking about
Priorities.
Priorities.
When do you determine your? Well, you know what? This is the thing. I had this conversation just very recently. Is that we don't seem there's a societal shift about priorities. Period. Is that for women? Is that especially amongst people of color that we're taught. You got all the time in the world. Take your time. The men will be there. And then the men are now on the, I don't think I'm ready for her yet because I don't have my stuff together. And then we're seeming to get further and further apart in the cultural divide, and we're not making time to make our family's priority. And when I say families, I mean, okay, we had this conversation about, the women who are choosing to have their children younger, who then are out looking for a man instead of raising the kids, then the kids aren't a priority. Or we had people who are spending their time, okay, I'm going to spend all my time in school, and I'm one of them. Because I tell y'all right now, y'all want to know the real reason I got all these degrees.
They don't know you got degrees. They don't,
Oh,
they
yeah. Well, I figure that y'all tune in all the time. But I'm
we have new
actually
people in the
like
audience.
Dr. Danielle Patterson, MBA, MA, Esquire. I got a whole bunch of degrees. But the only reason is because Daddy told me, long as you go to school, I'll pay for you. This is a great thing. So I just kept going to school, and it was like, I'm going to enroll someplace else. And then our mama said, when I graduated summa cum laude, somebody said that she better graduate lordy, get a job. So that was the end of going to school for me. Because I was really thinking about becoming doctor like MD, adding that. But no, we forget about our priorities. We don't take time to assess, well, I need to do these in this time frame, or even the priority of the relationship, not just the relationship. We spend all our time not trying to get one, and never, when we get one, like, then what? Because I'm feeling that, it's like, I feel like I'm on the locomotive, and it's like, what you mean? Like, now we got to, do something else.
We got to do something else. Anybody in the audience, you got a microphone. You might have something to say. Come on. He told me he had a lot to say, so I want to hear what you had to say. Are your priorities together? Are you married to your career? Or what's the deal with you?
Well, I'm married. My name is Joseph, by the way. I'm married to my career, and I'm married to a wonderful woman as well.
Oh, okay,
but
good.
my priorities are in check.
Okay, your priorities have changed. How about somebody else? Anybody else married to their career? Not saying I don't think it's a bad thing. I think I got to that point where I'm tired of it because good men are out here talking about they're married to a career. However, we're here and we need to get to a point where we want to get married, settle down, have kids, and all that good stuff. Oh, I'm done with the kids though. Anybody else have anything?
You keep reminding us about how you done with the kids.
I'm done with the
You
kids.
the one gonna have baby.
No.
I'm putting it on you.
No! I will not have any kids yet. Anybody else? You have, I know your priorities are straight. Tell us about your priorities.
I'm so trying to stay out of this conversation. My only comment to that is I don't think it's you're married to your career. I think what happens is your career becomes your comfort zone. And like she said, you don't know how to shift from that comfort zone, and it emanates off of you. When people see you being that comfortable, they already think that you're married to a woman or a man or whatever your issue may be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they don't
Well,
think
you can
about
only be
that's your
married to a
career.
woman or a man.
I-
There's nothing else you can be married.
That's
I'm
why
just
I said-
sorry, you know, that you can't be married to anything else. I'm just saying.
I
mean,
didn't
know
want
there
to
people
put
who
out
hump
there,
furniture.
girl
I
on
know
girl,
that,
boy on boy.
you
I don't
know.
want to step on anybody's toes. You know, I'm trying to be open, but
No, but even it doesn't matter if you're homosexual. You still only can be married to a man or woman. Not your dog. Not your dog.
That's
a whole nother
That's
show.
a whole nother show.
Well, we coming back to that topic, but I think, for me, I think that's what happened. I got comfortable, not so much as just in my career, but in my life itself. And when I decided to make that shift, things changed. So yes, I am in a relationship.
All right. Now you know you're a football player on the road. Pass it back to him. You're a football player on the road. You might as well tell them about, you know, who you play for and all that good stuff. But anyway, you're on the road. Do you believe that you're married to your career? Because you can't really be with anybody when you jump up and move every 5 seconds. I mean, not like that, but you do.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I am married to my career. It's hard to get in a relationship, committed relationship, when every year you're in a different state.
Right.
You know, so it's definitely a long-term relationship, and I personally don't like long-term long distance.
Oh, I was gonna say,
you didn't like them? Okay.
Long distance. Long distance relationships.
I'm like, well, then that works for you, moving all the time.
But
Do
then
you
it's-
do them sit-ups in the driveway on the bench with your shirt off? Because, you know, I'm just saying.
See, but look, Sean, if the girls don't hang in with you when you're traveling and doing that, why do they get reap the rewards at the end?
Well, I mean, people will hang in, but the point is, my thing, I'm looking around, we have 1, 2, 3, and however many good men, great careers.
Well, how you know they good men?
Because I know them.
No, I'm saying,
I know
okay,
them.
so,
I'm
no,
not as a person.
okay, no,
I
I'm
don't
not
know
saying
their
that, but Shelly,
relationship.
okay, but you just saying, we got all these good men. First of all, where was y'all at before I made the announcement? That's number one. But number two, let me stop. But come back and just say this. I don't know they good men. They just some dudes that I just see out. You gotta weed through them like anybody else. And just because you a good man, don't mean you good for me. Just like I'm a good woman, don't mean I'm good for them.
But the point is,
Right, that would be
people
settling.
always say
That would be
that-
settling, and that's what's
that
important.
It's not
You can't
that you
settle.
want to settle, but people always say there's no good men out here. I'm just trying to make the point that I see good
Oh,
men.
people just say that because they can't find one. And we, you know, for real.
Well, we're gonna go. I think this is the end of the show. We're gonna come back. We're gonna hear more from Nye. We're gonna hear more from Donovan and Rick Watson. Of course, we're gonna hear more from the lady who's in a relationship. Because next week's topic is baggage. We're gonna talk about the baggage.
You ain't gonna psychoanalyze me again, are you?
Yes, I am.
I
This is
know.
Single on a Saturday night right here at TGI Fridays every 4th Saturday. This is how it goes down, and you never know who is going to pop up right here on Comcast every Wednesday, 10:30 p.m. and Verizon.
Comcast 66 and Verizon 29,
Yeah,
y'all.
that's it. Yeah,
Make sure you
that's
check
it,
us out.
y'all.
And don't forget to look out for us on YouTube at Single on Saturday Night, NITE.com.
Woo!
The things you do to me, things you do, it drives me crazy. Feels like a movie. Can this be love? Say if you feel me, you sexy lady. The way it feels new to me. Can this be love? Oh, yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Can this be love? Yeah.